Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Noah, obviously, and I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And thank you guys for tuning in again to today's episode. Before I want to get into it, I want to thank you guys for the support that I've been getting on my YouTube page. I've actually been getting a lot of support recently, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you guys a lot. It truly means a lot to me. And without further ado, I want to get into the topic of Kanye West, And a lot of you might be asking why, you know what I mean? Because personally, I kind of just want to give my take on my opinion of him personally, and I want to kind of, clarify in my own opinion if I think he's crazy or not. And I also just want to, just really talk about my opinion of him, really. So, this video is going to be titled The Truth About Kanye West. And obviously this is my truth, so if you disagree with it, that is 100% okay. We're all entitled to our own opinions, and whatever that may be, that's 100% fine, and so, yeah. The truth about Kanye West, he was recently on a Joe Rogan podcast, and I happened to watch Joe Rogan, not as much anymore, you know what I mean? I used to watch him a lot, but I stumbled upon, thanks to my brother, he showed me a couple clips of the Joe Rogan podcast with Kanye West. He recently had him on, and some of the things that he said were actually really interesting. The kind of the narrative that the media kind of portrays to everybody is that he's very mentally ill. He's been diagnosed with bipolar, and a lot of the media likes to say that he's had mental health issues for a while, you know what I mean? And I don't know him personally, so I'm not going to say if that's true or not, but I can say that some of the things that he said on Joe Rogan's podcast were actually very interesting. The first thing that he said was that Joe Rogan asked him about medication. He said everyone's on medication, you know what I mean? Did you brush your teeth with fluoride toothpaste? Did you use deodorant that had fluoride in it? And then he followed that up with saying that fluoride calcifies your pineal gland. And, he's right. You know what I mean? A lot of the media, they don't really talk about what they're actually putting in a lot of our water sources, and our deodorant and, toothpaste, you know what I mean? And fluoride is a chemical, you know what I mean? Obviously, that they use in a lot of toothpaste. Fortunately, my family tries to get fluoride-free toothpaste, which honestly is a way better alternative. It was actually something that was it caught my attention, because you don't really hear a lot of celebrities talking about fluoride and the dangers of it, you know what I mean? So it was very interesting to me. And it was also very true, you know what I mean? I actually wish a lot more celebrities would bring this topic to light, because it's a very big issue, you know what I mean? Most everybody here who lives in the United States drinks fluoride water, you know what I mean? Unless you go to a spring and you get natural spring water. But a lot of people don't really go out of their way to do that, and bottled water, a lot of us like to think that it's good, but the chemicals and the plastics that they use actually contaminates the water. So it's ultimately not really that good for us, bottled water. So that your best bet is pretty much getting natural spring water. But that's the thing, a lot of people don't really do that. And so I thought it was really interesting what he said, and I also thought it was, like I said before, it was true. And that it blocks your pineal gland. Which is also very true, you know what I mean? He later, he actually said something else that was very interesting to me as well. He said that when he was taking the medication, he said that it blocked his ability to channel messages from God, you know what I mean? And I thought that was very interesting because, you know, and he was talking about how he wasn't really for the medication that he was taking. And, you know, you could say that he was going against medicine, you know, or he doesn't really like medicine that much. But, you know, in reality, the pharmaceutical companies, they're not for us. You know, these people that make these medicines, these modern medicines, they don't care about our health. You know what I mean? The pharmaceutical companies are making millions and millions of dollars off us, probably billions of dollars off of our purchase of medicinal drugs, you know what I mean? Medicine products. And it's just a very sick business, you know, and I'm really glad that he brought that to light, because medicine isn't good for us. You know, the pharmaceutical company isn't for us. You know, they don't care about our health. So I think that it was actually really, it caught my eye when he said that, because you know, like I said before, you don't really see a lot of celebrities, you know, talking about this stuff, because it's not, you know, either they don't know about it, or, you know, they're not really allowed to speak about stuff like that. You know, he also was talking about, he brought up the fact that they wanted to put him on medication because he said that slavery was a choice, like in public, or he said that, I think, on social media or something like that. And they wanted to put him on medication because of that, which I thought was interesting. And he pretty much clarified what that meant. What he meant when he was saying that. You know, he said that he didn't really mean the slaves. He wasn't really talking about the slaves, you know, slavery times. Obviously, he said that he wasn't talking about, you know, slaves back in the day. That's not what he's talking about when was talking about how slavery was a choice. He was talking about how you can be a slave to your own mind, you know, if that's what you choose. Meaning that if you feed into negative news, if you feed into negativity, then, you know, your life's going to be negative, and it's not going to really be a good experience for you. And so Joe Rogan was kind of just clearing that up when he was talking to him. And so, you know, so he said some pretty interesting things, like I was talking about. And now, what do I think of him? You know, personally, I don't really know a lot about him, but, like, you know, from what I've seen and stuff like that, I don't think he's crazy. I don't think that he's struggled with mental issues, you know what I mean? I think that that's kind of a narrative that's been pushed, because I think that the mainstream media doesn't want him revealing the truth about what's actually happening to us. You know, I was talking to my mom about it, and she said that he seems very narcissistic, you know what I mean? And, you know, I can see that, but at the same time, I think that, you know, if you're that big of a celebrity, you know what I mean? Think about all the things that he's done, right? He's put in so much work to become as wealthy and as famous as he is, you know? And so I think that you kind of have to be a certain level of narcissistic to achieve that much wealth and that much fame. Or I mean, mainly fame, right? I think you have to be that narcissistic to achieve that much fame. You know, the wealth, you don't really have to be, but But yeah, I don't think that he's crazy. You know, I think that he just, the narrative, the mainstream media wants to kind of push that narrative because he wants to tell the truth about what's really happening to us. You know, a lot of, like, some of the things about Donald Trump that he says, I don't really agree with necessarily. You know, like I said, I don't really know a lot about him, to be honest, but, you know, I can respect what he's done for the black community, you know what I mean? That goes without saying, right? And so, yeah, that's kind of what I think about Kanye West. That's kind of my truth about him. Like I said before, you know what I mean? Take it as you want to. I don't really know a lot about the guy, so if you want to say that my point's invalid, that's fine too, because I don't really know a lot about him, like I said. But yeah, that's gonna sum up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. As well as if you have any video topics that you want me to discuss. You know, I'd really appreciate your input. And, you know, comment anything, really. But like I said before, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, y'all.